Welcome everybody to a new episode of Relics Uncovered. This time we're gonna visit a very large bunker complex in the Netherlands, Fortress Hoek van Holland, once visited by the famous Rommel. These are original photos from his visit on the site. Our starting point will be on the former anti-tank ditch that they dug around the fortress. It will be a starting point. Here is an old image from it. We're gonna take a boat along the canal and visit a couple of bunkers, some who are on private property, so you can only visit them during this tour. After this boat tour, we're gonna visit a couple of different separate bunker sites, a nice lookout point overviewing the fortress, and then we head on to the Staalduinse Bos, a very tight bunker complex. After that, we hope to finish the day along the beach, where there were a lot of defenses, as you can see on the original wartime photos here. So, we hope you enjoy this trip.
It's 6 o'clock, I think.
So yeah, the coffee was really needed, as you could see, and the bags are packed, drinks are with us, some foodie, time together on the road. It's way too early for this stuff.
Let's go!
Oh well, going to the beach, nice boat ride. Romantic. And well, how to get your girl to go along with your trips? Just tell a little bit of a lie. Just tell her you're bringing her on a romantic trip on a boat to a forest, and then finish the day on the beach with a lovely cocktail. And trust me, guys, they'll do anything for you. We're almost at the location, first location for the boat trip. And when I was young with my parents, we always used to go to the beach following this road here. And always when we were driving here, I saw these bunkers here on the right side, here covered by the bushes. Here is a whole bunker complex. And now finally I'm gonna visit it. So I've been looking forward to that all my life. Finally I'm gonna go to these bunkers and walk around there. So really looking forward to them. Here a short overview from the site we're visiting now. And this is the very romantic boat we're gonna take. Unfortunately for Yolanda, less romantic than she thought, but I'm happy. The building you are seeing here had a very important function during wartime. It was a guard post from the Germans, one of the couple of entrances into the Festung. They made a lookout post on top of it and a bunker alongside it. This is another entrance with guards checking everybody's papers. And after a short drive with the boat, finally reached the first destination. The first bunker site I always wanted to visit since I was a little kid. With the main fighting bunker here. Oh, are you enjoying the boat trip?
Yes, it's great.
It's nice, eh?
Yes, very, very nice.
Beautiful nature,
Yes.
bunkers. But don't worry, we'll go to a very nice forest later and also to the beach. And wow, that's partly true, as you can imagine. Yeah, that's one happy man. Here another gun position, which used to house a gun inside it, overlooking the water also. So yeah, finally at the site where I always drive past when I was a little kid. So very happy. And the lines you see here that we're following, according to aerial photographs, these were the former trench lines. They've all been closed with the years. That was the ammunition bunker with a Tobruk on it. And here will be another small storage bunker on this side. And up here we have a nice aerial view of the site that we are on. Right now we're at this small bunker here. This was an ammunition bunker. This was a fighting bunker with a cannon, and this one also. This protected the tank ditch, which was all along here. And here a couple of more images from the bunkers we just saw, so you can have a slow view. And while we make our way over the water to another bunker, I wanted to take this time to tell a little bit more about the history of Fortress Hoek van Holland. Here again, a large overview and a wartime aerial with tank ditch and positions. This is along the beaches. Many different types of bunkers were built here. Unfortunately, not all of them remain. Again, this is Rommel visiting the site. The Vineta battery. And here are some of the beach defenses. And during the initial invasion of the Netherlands, Fortress Hoek van Holland was used by the Dutch. There were some air battles. Also, this Allied bomber crash landed. Here are the graves from the brave men. And also in these fights, a couple of German fighters were downed. Here is the grave. Our next stop was a bunker which was open for the first time to public. The bunker is located in a garden from somebody, as you can see. A very large garden which houses a couple of bunkers, and this one is in very fine condition. I was really happy to take this tour. It is worth checking it out. It's called Stelling 33 or Stelling 33. They do a couple of tours a couple of times a year. Lovely guys with a big heart for the bunkers and the military history. This bunker itself housed at least one pack cannon. It was one of the larger ones, covering a very noticeable entrance into Festung Hoek van Holland. It was guarding a bridge. The guns in the bunker changed a couple of times due to wartime efforts. Here is a nice view that Yolanda took from inside the bunker. As said, it's private property, so the bunker is partly used as storage, but the people who own the ground where the bunker is located do want to keep restoring it and keeping it in a pristine condition, so that also in the future people can enjoy this beautiful bunker we have here. Many of these bunkers still have the original drawing from the soldiers from wartime in them, and modern, as you can see. Especially along the beaches, there were huge underground tunnels. In this specific bunker, these were not the case. They were really strong points on themselves. Of course, with communication going all across the Festung, so that in case when battles, they could all Each bunker could cover the other one with artillery, etc. In total, there were around 6,000 soldiers deployed on the whole Festung, and it was a very, very large operation. This is the room where the pack cannon was housed. As you can see on left and right side, there was a spot for the wheels, and that's for the steel barriers in case of recall. And of course, not to miss, a well famous Tobruk turret. Also, this bunker had one. And this was the view now. During wartime, all trees, plants were all cut up so they would have a large shooting view, and the buildings you see there were not present. And while modern times continue, this bunker is now covered with a garden and some solar panels. So we move on with the boat onto the next site. Here a small overview from the site we're gonna visit now. The roundels that you see, this is a post-war photo actually. And here the bunker itself. The roundels that you saw on the drawing before meant the height of the ground. The bunkers you see here were covered onto the top with soil. That is still some original soil on top, which gave extra protection to the bunker itself. These bunkers are also located on a private site with some sheep. Mwah. Really awesome. The people from this piece of land really wanted to preserve the bunker as much as possible. But they did had to build a house, and they would only get permission from government if they would build on top of the foundation of another bunker. So they did. So the house you just saw was built on the foundation of a bunker. Really cool.
How you doing?
All good. I'm a happy man. Here a view from inside this bunker. It also housed a very nice video from various sites with then and now images. So yeah, take the tour and you can see it yourself. Well worth it, as said before. Check it out. So yeah, we'll continue our boat trip. This was the end pretty much of the boat trip. We're heading our way back. And on the way back, we could still have a better view on some of the civilian houses, which they currently still use, with the bunkers in the garden. Take a very good look at the house, which is coming right after the bridge. It has a very lovely bunker exit next to it. It would just be amazing to live on such a site. I'm happy with my house, but a house like this would be a dream come true. And under the bushes over there, that's where the other large pack bunker was located. So, a great tour. We really enjoyed it. Lots of information about the site. And now it's time to move on to different sites. Here is one located next to the train track, which also was there during wartime. The bunker right now is occupied and we could not visit it. And here is a photo from the other side, taken from the internet. Thank you, Google. So this is one of the bunkers protecting the railway track. The line always used to be here. And where the water here ends, This was the beginning of the tank wall that went all the way inland. And that's the way to the beach, Hoek van Holland. Gonna look for some more bunkers over there. And this one unfortunately is closed for visitors. The man also just told us. He's using it as his storage room nowadays. Living the dream, definitely. But still many sights to visit. So here we drive towards the lookout point at one of Netherlands' finest architectural sites. This is a gate that can close the river in case of floods. Really impressive. Really, if you get into troubles with water, call in the Dutch and we will fix it. Right now we're at a lookout point. Over there is the bunker next to the truck we just saw, and there are a couple more hidden over there. Forest line in the back you see there, that's where we're gonna go next. It's called Staaldijnse Bos. It was like a HQ forest with a lot of medical bunkers, and there's still some nice pieces to find there. And after that we're heading to the furthest spot close to the beach with some of the largest bunkers at Fortress Hoek van Holland. Well, that are the boats from the port of Rotterdam. I believe actually not far from that location is where it used to be a docking station for ships, ammunition ships, etc. But at one point a mistake was made and the whole thing blew up sky high, so there's nothing left there to find anymore. But it's time to move on to the romantic forest. As you can see, Yolanda is really looking forward to it. So, here we are, Staaldijnse Bos. For me, a very famous place. I always came here as a kid with my mother. It was a shop on the other side of where Jo is now. Unfortunately, it's totally sold out. Forgotten glory, I could say, but I've got good memories as a child here. Always when we came here, I always wanted to go into the forest because of the bunkers that were here. So we're going back there. It's been a very long time ago since I've been here. I'm going to show you some very nice bunkers in this forest. It's a large forest. After the war, pretty much no trees were left anymore because the Germans who were living here, they used up all the wood and they replanted the forest. Right now it's some natural site. So I cannot go metal detecting either here because I heard the forester dude is really strict on it and will give you fines, and we want to avoid that. So we'll just show you the bunkers, so let's go! So yeah, they even made a special sign for Bas. Metal detecting, not allowed. It's not very often you see this on signs, so I'm pretty sure the forester is not happy if you're doing this. He'll probably make a day job out of it. But bunkers are still here. And ooh, this yeah, shit. And before we really enter, here a wartime image from this site. And over there I think we already got the first bunker. And it's massive. It's not what I had in mind in my memory. Goedendag. Hallo. So yeah, this is a huge one. And right now, as you can see, they're pretty high. But back in the days, they had a lot of sand against it and on top. So most of it would be totally covered. On the bunkers here, you will not find much shooting positions. As I believe this one specifically was a medical bunker. I'm gonna be a little bit naughty here. Just cross the line because fuck all. All entrances have been closed, of course, with the years. I believe there are now some bed houses or, for beds. Yeah, it's a sign. And this is still the original German sign. I don't know what it reads. Großranke Vuur voor Mer. Sorry, I'm missing the words up there. But as said, I believe this to be a medical bunker. Oh, and there's the next one already in the back. Yeah, this is a really great site. I think I've lost track of Yolanda already. It's funny, it does look like a bullet hole, but to me it would make no sense to have these up here. Because these were not fighting positions up here, but maybe they were just having fun. Oh wow, and there's the third one. So, second, third. And we have this one. Oh, this is also still the original German writing on it. So this whole site was to support during attacks from the sea or from the land. It's called Fortress Hoek van Holland, which meant that it was supposed to hold out for a longer time. And in case a battle started, and everything could be supplied. Right now we're in bunker heaven. I've never seen this many bunkers at one spot. There was one in the back. That's another large one. Another one. I think that's Yolanda hiding in the corner. And there's another storage one. Another bunker. So just inside I've got 5 huge bunkers here. And that's Jo following my traces on her romantic day out in the forest. And Jo, how do you like your romantic forest walk?
I love it.
Oh, I can see it. So we're gonna show you a couple more bunkers here. And then we'll move on towards the beach. And there's more here in the back. They're pretty built tight. It's really epic. I love this. This one does appear to have something on the top, like shooting position. I'm not sure. Again, the original German writing. This one has the F, the other one had the G, so it must mean something. Maybe you guys on the internet know. entrances. As you see with some other bunkers, you don't see shooting positions here. So this was definitely medical, some sort of that. Really huge. Some ventilation hole up there. And I believe here, partly broken down. And yeah, the ground is a bit smoochy. So yeah, this was some storage. Not sure from what, could be food, ammunition, potatoes, whatever it is. And I do feel like metal detecting here, but oh, and there's one more in the back. Oh, I love this place. So there's a different shape than the other ones. Cornered up. Old steps they used to walk on. Just gonna do a small tour around it. As said, in this part of the forest, I think there are around 20 of these. Everywhere I look, I see them. Like, you already see another one in the back. And this one also. At the top, you see a bit of a bulb. And there's an entrance here. So I guess this one did have some kind of a defensive position on top of it. Not much to see, unfortunately. And all these bunkers are closed down for the beds. There's not much to see inside here. Still some original writing on the walls. And well, you see some kind of shape here cut out. Don't know what the reason for that was. Maybe there was some piece of wood. Hard to tell, hard to tell. But I'm not specifically a bunker expert. I do love them. Again, there's a decent hole here. Could be actually from fighter aircraft. Just strafe in the area. The positions here, as far as I know, have not really been bombed. Why? Simple reason, nobody wanted to attack this large forest because there were a lot of angry people in the forest. So they simply left it for what it was and bypassed the whole site. Even during the liberation of the Netherlands. Most of the soldiers squatted here were, well, men who would not be fit enough to fight on the East Front. And look at this. We have a big one there. There's another one in the back. There's one over there. We got one here. One there. Yeah, a bit like bunker heaven, I guess. This one also, bit of a bulb on the top, and original lettering. This one is marked E, so they all got different markings on them. Fortunately, this is all there is to see. Yeah, no doubt there is so much to find here in the ground. Look, this one even has the side protection on it. If anybody can tell me what would be the reason for that on this location, I'd be really curious, because it would give some sort of protection, you reckon. This one's marked up D. It's crazy to know we're walking on the same steps as the Germans used to. And well, this one actually in the back does have a shooting position, so that when you would enter the bunker, they could take a shot at you from inside. This one has the same inside.
It's a whole bunker village.
Yeah, Joe says it's a whole bunker village. It's crazy. I did not expect this, to be honest. It is some years back that I was here. So if you're a bunker enthusiast, especially from the UK, if you're taking the boat, this is literally 5 minutes from the boat. And you walk into the forest and straight ahead you come across these big bunkers. So check it out if you're in the neighborhood. Staalduinse Bos at Hoek van Holland. And so it's an adjusting building. Could be that this one is post-war actually. And then they just stopped using it. Although the brickwork does look a bit old. So, definitely an old entrance. As you can see, it's all covered with dirt nowadays. And it used to have brickwork attached for some kind of protection. And old brickwork buildings. So pretty sure now that the brickwork we saw before is time period, because these really look like living barracks, living quarters. And again, this is a big one. They were definitely expecting a lot here. And well, nothing happened. This was all built for nothing. And it never stops. There's more bunkers there, more there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, where do we stop? Where do we go? Oh, that's a different lettered bunker. And as you can see there, so some bunkers have the same numbers, some were different. Some different, God, unbelievable. More and more in the back there. This is mad. This definitely looks a bit more like a protective fighting bunker. Different than the other ones. Shooting position in there. And somewhat still the original paint on here. Pretty neat. I love this one. Again, stairs going up to a possible Tobruk up there. Behind Yolanda is a different bunker. It actually has trees growing on top of it right now. And that's a pretty decent tree. Yeah, it's crazy. I'll just walk to that one also. Think I can film all day here. Again, massive one with a protective sidewall. And another one in the back. See, this one is, I'm stumbling here. This one looks to be similar than the one we saw before. I do believe it's the same type of bunker. So this was storage bunker slash living quarters. Again here we do see big holes. No metal here, so it has not been popped out because of rust. So no doubt that these were strafing aircraft. And yes, I'm pretty sure on that part now. No doubt. I also see it up here. Because at one point, of course, the Axis lost all air advantage, and there's more. They lost all air advantage, so the aircraft could simply fly strafing runs across the Netherlands, and they would just empty their guns on every bunker or bridge or truck they saw. This is again a slightly different type bunker than the other ones. Guess all of them had a function. Pretty sure some of them had machine nests on top or mortar positions. Again, you see a firing position in the back there. And yeah, we see this, that layer. Maybe that was the place until where the ground would kind of like go, so the rest would be sticking out. And after the war they dug a lot of them free. After the war, of course, the site was cleared of mines and all these things. And the Dutch army used it for a while as a storage for ammunition and other things. After that, it was abandoned. So yeah, as far as I can see now, no more bunkers up there. There are still some more bunkers in this forest, but due to our time being slightly short, it was soon time to move on. Some pointy sticking things with like animals on top, alright. Was not expecting that, but again here some decent holes over there also. Not sure. Top. Could be they did their own target practice here. Can't tell for sure. Why? You liking the mosquitoes, babe?
No.
Yo doesn't like the mosquitoes, me neither. I was in the forest yesterday. I got bumps all over me now. A large bunker site. Here is one big one. That's another bunker. There's a large one in the back there. We have another one here. Storage bunker. It's just great. Stalduinsenbos. Be sure to check it out when you're in the Netherlands. Well worth the visit.
Hello again.
Now, time to move on.
You wouldn't believe what we have found.
Bunker!
It's a bunker. Oh God. In the last forest there was a sign. There were 17 bunkers. So I've never seen so many bunkers in my freaking life.
Another bunker close to the large forest where we were before. The forest is located on that side. Stretches over 1.5 kilometers. And this was, I reckon, a second defense line. So this was just a protective bunker for the men. As it just has basic entrances and it's just safety. Back in the days, even when I was young, these whole fields here were littered with dragon teeth. All the way to the river. Unfortunately, with all the building, etc., lots of those have been removed. And well, this little bunker is on the side of a farmer with some old farm materials inside, not much to see. But thankfully, many of these bunkers, they found a second home. Literally, in some cases, as you saw in the video, as there were buildings built on top of it. So I finally was able to see this little bunker. I was looking forward to it. And now we're gonna find the dragon teeth. Apparently they're kind of hidden in a bush somewhere. The guys from the previous tour told us. So we're gonna be bushwalking. And alright, we saw a lot of bunkers, but there was still one thing missing. Dragon's teeth. I do think we found them, so let's dive into the bushes. Oh yes. Definitely. To be honest, these were the first ones I ever visited, so yeah, excited like a kid in a candy shop. Yo, do you think you can pass here, or shall I take the camera with me then?
Yes, I think so. There you go, babe.
Alright.
Don't drop it, please.
No, there's a lot of cow shit there, I reckon. So yeah, dragon's teeth. Cool. With a strong foundation on the ground, so they cannot really be pushed over. After the war, German prisoners of war helped clearing the minefields because they had all the knowledge. After a while, the Allies took over, removing these obstacles. So at least on this location, these are one of the few that are left. And I'm really happy and excited that I came across this stretch. yeah, they're cool. It's just really hard, like, to imagine how much concrete went into building these fortifications here. It's just mad. There's a lot of sticky plants here. My legs already itch. Oh no, it's the same height, they're just a bit lower. So yeah, this would be really hard to attack. And yeah, cool, happy, mission accomplished. You good, babe? So yeah, now really let's move on to the beach. Here's some photos of the beach fortifications at Hoek van Holland. But before we wanted to go there, we first had to make a small stop at a bunker that I've seen for years and never visited. Have a look, it's a cute one. Well, another bunker, this time close to a dike. As you know, the Netherlands is full with dikes. And well, all Dutch people, we love dikes. Dikes were always really a strong point on the battlefields in the Netherlands. You see that at the battle in Zeeland. Pretty much on all battlefields in the Netherlands, dikes were important. So they were protected with bunkers. This dike in Hoek van Holland is no different case. It's a bunker I always wanted to visit, so let's go.
Daar kom ik hoor.
Yeah,
Hoop ik.
you can do it, Joe.
Hoop ik.
So people, if the camera drops, you got a reason to laugh, that's for sure. So yeah, a little bunker. I always came in this neighborhood a lot when I was young, and I always saw this one. And it's the first time I'm gonna be this close to it. And yeah, I like it. It's really cool. To be honest, I don't even know if it's German or not. It could also be a Dutch one, as most German bunkers are built a little bit differently. As this one got a lot of shooting holes on all sides. Inside you can see a small place for the gun. And yeah, let's have a look. Still some original camouflage on the side here. No, it's not. But yeah, you can have a look inside, of course. There's some mosquitoes, babe. So yeah, also big iron plates for armor protection. Doors used to be here. So this bunker could really cover all sides, and I'm amazed by it. Especially since it's also a very small size. Inside there's hardly any space. And by looking at it again, I think this was actually the entrance for the soldiers to get in. And those were the firing positions. So yeah. So yeah, as I said, I do think it's a Dutch one because it's a very strange design. And I'm pretty sure the Germans use it in their whole defense line up here. It's covering a dike and the old main road from the city. Up here you see the typical camouflage spots where camouflage could be hanged on. I like this bunker, it's really neat. What we see there now is a forest, but in that way is where the beach used to be. And yeah, again, also on this side, shooting holes everywhere. On top here you see the concrete which has been added. What they did is they made a line of concrete here, filled it up with dirt. So the top would have its dirt camouflage. This is typically from German, as I've seen it more often on German bunkers. So they probably made some small adjustments to it. And yeah, they use it. You can find the roads on both sides here. From Hoek van Holland, direction of the port. So small bunker, but really happy with it. Now we're gonna move on to a lot bigger one. So let's go, get back in the van.
Let's hope it stays dry. The sun is disappearing. The sky is turning grey, so let's see.
Well, back in the Hoek van Holland, we're getting closer to the beach now. As you can see, it's piss pouring rain. Too bad after a sunny day. Yeah, even storms. Right now, this was really the epicenter of Fortress Hoek van Holland. Up there on the hill, you can still see some emplacements. This area for 3 centuries has been used as a military site. So when the Germans invaded the Netherlands, they used all the bunkers that were here and built additional bunkers. We just passed a large ammunition bunker called Hamburg. Right now we're at the munition bunker Hamburg. Because there was a big gun battery here, the Hoek van Holland beach. Yolanda, you happy with the rain?
Yeah, so happy.
There's another one there, it's called Bremen. And the museum is taking care of these bunkers, which is really cool. So yeah, the rain. Hoping it stops soon, because it's after a sunny day, it's pretty sheet there. As you can see, it really started to piss pour rain. So we have to totally adjust our plan, because in this weather we're not gonna do the bunker walks, no way. Worst case scenario, we'll have to come back and make a second episode about Fortress Hoek van Holland. Which even might be a good idea, because there is so much to see here, there's so much underground. So yeah, for now, we call it a day. The rain. It was too much. There was no point in staying. We couldn't record decently anymore. So yes, it was time to finish the day. We hope you liked this episode. And as said before, we have many reasons to come back to this awesome place, Festung Hoek van Holland. Be sure to check it out. More info in the description. Cheers and thanks.